Welcome to Tales from the Wedding Trails, a Mod Society podcast dedicated to giving listeners an unfiltered perspective on what really goes on in the wedding industry. The good, the bad, the kinky, and the fabulous, all here right now. What's up, Mod fam? It's Claudio here, the band leader of Mod Society. Man, I'm so excited to be here. I'm going solo today. First solo episode. Really, it's a new feeling here. Nobody to talk to, but it's okay. I got a lot of things going on in my head that I just want to get out. I want to share with you guys all the latest developments of what's happening, all things Mod Society. So many things. We're going to talk about New Year's Eve. We had 2 weddings on New Year's Eve. We've never done New Year's Eve weddings. I've never taken them for reasons that I'll explain. But it was chaos, but amazing. Then we're going to talk about... We'll go over a few things that happened there, some song selections that I really want to share with you guys. Then a few more updates regarding the band, things, how I'm starting to run things. You know, I'm moving more into management as opposed to always being at weddings. So definitely going to touch on that. And a little bit of housekeeping. Guys, we have a showcase at the Red Lion 1 week from today, actually. Friday, January 24th, you guys got to come there. It's my birthday weekend. I'm so hyped about it. 7 to 10 p.m. We play 2 sets. First set I call the showcase set. Second set is mostly 90s. It's so much fun. If you're safe and vaccinated and all that good stuff, come on out. They do require vax cards. We'll keep it nice and safe over there. But hopefully we'll see you guys there. Okay, I want to start off. Okay, we booked twins. I have twins now. Okay, let me explain what I mean by that. We've had sisters, right? We've had one bride. She got married. We played at her wedding. Then 2 years later, his sister chose us. The parents loved us. Everybody loved us. We got the sister, and we did her wedding. Rocked it out. We've had that. But now, next level stuff here. We got twins. We got one twin in this past year, 2021. And 2023, we have the second twin. Okay, this is like I don't know how to explain how excited I am about this, but it's one of the biggest compliments that I can get as somebody who's running a band, who's selling these services. It's like somebody saw us, like they bought us already. We played and they loved it so much that they're going to buy it again. You know what I mean? So it's so exciting when this happens. And now it's twins, not identical twins, but still it's awesome. So we have, actually, I just realized that I don't even know how to pronounce your name, Katie or Kati. Okay, we have Katie. I'm going to say Katie because it's spelled C-A-I-T-Y. Oh, man, I don't even know. I-E. I've never heard it pronounced. I'm sorry. I got to call your sister. I got to call Emily. Katie, Kati, we love it. We love it that we're on board to be at your big day in January 2023. It's going to be epic. Bowery Hotel. And I just love a good January wedding. My birthday month, and winter weddings are fun. It's, we're more relaxed. It's not in the middle of the season, and it's just a different vibe. We're ready to party. So very excited about that. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it other than it's just like the biggest compliment that I could get is a rebooking within the family. You know what I mean? I love it. So, let's talk about New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve, one of the craziest nights as a band leader, producer of an event, and manager. It's already New Year's Eve, so it's already kind of crazy and so many things, so many variables. But now we're adding, the pandemic, and we're adding two weddings at the same time because we have 2 bands. So we had both of them. And both of these clients were rescheduled from 2020. So they had been waiting for a while. So this had to happen. And of course, we got hit with a peak of the latest variant. So everybody was stressed out. We had people on my team calling out sick. I think we had a total of 3, maybe 4 that got sick, that couldn't make it. So it was kind of a logistical nightmare. But it ended up working out. I have a great roster of musicians on board and of a network that I can call from at any given moment, and they came through. We even had to do a swab. We had to swab one of our members to go from one wedding to the other to fill in. Some people in our technical crew got sick, so I had to step in. There's a lot of things like that could happen. But all in all, very successful. I want to run over a few things. I know you guys are interested in what kind of song requests we get. One of the weddings, we had Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run. Now, I get a lot of couples, and they ask me, man, how come you don't have Bruce Springsteen on your repertoire list? Guys, his songs are like literally 5 songs in one. They're all over the place. They're very time consuming to learn and to execute. It takes a lot of effort. Okay, I got to get the song transcribed by a professional chart maker, and he's gonna put the horns together, and he's gonna make the rhythm section chart so that the band can read it. And it's got to be done really well, or else the band they can't sight read it or they can't learn it. Right. So there's that side, all the preparation, and then the singers, they have to. It's a lot of work for the male singer. It takes a lot of repetition. It's just not, it doesn't follow like a normal vocal cadence. So, man, I listened to the recording. They nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. There was an intro, and this intro, it's really like 8 bars, but it ended up, I'm listening to the recording of that night, and I'm like, okay, when is he going to come in? And it was taking him like 16, maybe 32 bars to come in. I'm like, what's going on? Then he comes in. I wonder what he was doing. Elliot, what were you doing during those 32 bars after the band already came in? Maybe he could have been talking with the client, or he could have been pulling up the lyrics. I don't know. But it was really funny. All of a sudden he came in and bam, they were off and nailed it. So Bruce Springsteen, still not technically in our repertoire. It's just such an undertaking. We've done Rosalita. Rosalita, also, it's like 5 or 6 songs in one. There's so many parts. I can't believe it. It is a lot of fun to play, though. So we had Springsteen. We had Precious Love, James Morrison. That one's pretty straightforward. Also, Brown Eyed Girl and Don't Stop Believing for the mother-son dance. I think that's the first time. First time we had a parent dance of Don't Stop Believing. I was into it. And we played it just right because we didn't play the whole song. We played it, that intro verse, and then we played it, the chorus, and we left it there. I think we looped the chorus twice. And it was an epic ending. So actually, really great choice for this Jersey wedding. Also, they had Dixieland Delight. This is kind of a country song. And unfortunately, we weren't able to play it because our lead singer had to go to the other wedding, and we were short one singer. So we only had 2. And long story short, we just played it through the iPod, which totally worked. And man, they went nuts. They went nuts over this song. I didn't know that it was such a big hit. We're not really a country band. It's not our strength. But some of these country songs, they are so much fun to play. We played Chicken Fried once as a request. We learned it. Also, kind of an epic song, a lot of parts. And it was one of the most fun songs to play out of, all the requests that I've ever had. So it's just like these country songs, they're so dynamic. They have an intro, and then the band kind of comes in, and then the vocals, the verse, and then the whole thing takes kind of a peek at the chorus, and then it comes back down to the interlude or the bridge, and it's just so many sections. It's extremely dynamic. It's got, so many points where you have to stay on your toes. I love those songs. I love those songs that you have to be engaged. In my job, when we play song after song after song for years, Uptown Funk, for example, it's always the same Uptown Funk. We kind of go into this autopilot where we're just going through the motions. So when we put in a new song like that, where we're on our toes, it really livens everything up. So I'm all about that. I'm all about learning those requests. And those country songs, they really take it to the next level, arrangement-wise. By the way, I have to drink a lot right now. I'm getting over the virus. I caught the virus New Year's Eve. I mean, it was inevitable. One of our, actually, I don't know who gave it to who, but somebody in our ensemble had it. 3 of us got sick, 2 days later. And I'm recovering. My voice is still recovering from that. It wasn't easy. I had a fever for 3 days, and then I was just by day 7, I was out of it. But still, have some residue from this cough. Not fun. I really hope that everybody in these weddings came out safe, though. It was, it was right at the peak. It's really the peak of this whole thing to be out there partying. So that's another thing, we were out there kind of risking our health on New Year's Eve. So it just added so many components, so many layers of difficulty that it was, I can't believe we got through it. And it was very successful on both ends. So congrats to all of our couples and our musicians that played those nights. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate everything you guys do. If you're listening, the Mod Society family, all the musicians in the roster executed flawlessly with everything going on. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Another thing that I want to touch on is on one of the New Year's Eve, one of those weddings, we had our full 4-piece horn section, which I absolutely love. I wish that we could promote that more. I am going to start promoting it. So what happened was the client, about maybe 6 weeks before, or maybe, I don't know, a couple months before, she said, hey, we want to add an extra horn to that. What do you got? And probably I explained it to her before, and she kept it in mind. So we added that second trombone, which is it really thickens out the horn section. So we have trumpet, tenor saxophone, trombone, which is just regular tenor trombone, and then we have the 4th piece is the bass trombone. And the whole spread of that, it really livens up the mix. I mean, you'll hear on all the songs, and everything from Motown to top 40 to the 90s to everything. It just thickens that out. It really cuts through the mix. It pops. It creates this layer of excitement that is so much fun. And I'm really interested in pushing that out more and more, because I think it really could be like a signature part of our sound. I'm so happy to be offering that. So if you guys are listening, let me know, inquire about that, the 4-piece horn section. It's out there. I'm going to be putting out videos about it. I'm going to be showcasing it as much as possible so you guys get a taste of it. And it really doesn't take that much space. Some clients are like, well, we don't have space on the stage or on the dance floor. It really just adds like another person, like literally this much space as I'm sitting here. So that brass section is really sounding great. I'm so happy about that. And just so you know, we have, all our arrangements are unique. I have a guy, an arranger, that he creates custom charts for all of the songs. So these are unique. I tell him, hey, generate some horn parts for this specific to us that are kind of based on the original, but also unique to our band. And so all these arrangements are unique to us, to Mod Society. It's what makes it so exciting. So you'll never have heard those particular horn parts and arrangements anywhere else. So that's the 4-piece horn section. Really hyped about it. I'm going to be pushing it. So stay tuned and watch all the videos, listen to all the samples that are coming right up. Okay, so I want to talk about my role in Mod Society. As you guys know, I am the person behind the emails and the phone calls. You all know me. I'm right there. I'm always, literally right there is my computer station right in front of me. And I'm just on emails all day, a little bit too obsessive. I reply right away most of the time. And I navigate the whole back end of the business. Okay, everything from the initial bookings, the conversations, to all the planning, all the coordinating with the musicians, the hiring, the hiring of the singers, everything from the singers to the crew, the sound crew, which is really important. And also, I am responsible for all the equipment. So I do all the equipment management, all the purchases, designing the sound systems, everything is, that's my job. And I also play in the band. I play bass. So a lot of roles. And, it got to the point where I just couldn't do all of them. I got really tired. I'm going to turn 39, next week. 39 next week. My body's getting tired. My mind also. I'm just doing too many jobs. It's time to let go of a few of them, right? So I am, I'm pushing a few things aside. I'm getting to the point where I don't want to play every single wedding. And I want to make sure that couples are aware of that, because I understand that, it's your big day. I don't want anybody to get offended if I'm not there. So it is kind of touchy, especially when you have been speaking with me for a year and, I'm like, I'm essentially in your eyes, I'm the band in a way, right? I'm the personality. So it is, I am putting it out there that I'm going to be taking a few weekends off to just kind of just do anything but weddings. No offense, but I gotta step aside. I gotta take a break. I'm really into cycling. I have a whole thing that I do into racing, and a lot of the races are on the weekends. So I cherry pick a couple of races, and that's what I'm going to be doing. Kind of as an aside, it's my hobby. It's been happening for a while, for already 4 or 5 years. So I'm taking some time, and this last year was really important because I developed so many systems to make sure that the band was totally on point to go without me. It used to be back in the day, I could not imagine the band working and operating without me. I just did everything. I held on to everything so tightly that without me, like nothing would move forward, or at least I thought in my mind. I kept all the information to myself. It was every task had something to do with me. I had to stick my hand in it somehow. But now I have a whole system, especially with the second band. I just let them go. I send out an email the Monday before. By the way, that's how it works. Monday of your wedding, or let's say Sunday, the Sunday before your wedding, nobody in the band knows anything about your big day. Sorry to break it to you, but they don't know anything. On Monday, the Monday of your wedding, the musicians get this very intense and maybe intimidating email from me, which has just so much information, and they have to just sit there. I know it takes them like 30 minutes to go through it. And that email on the Monday of your wedding is what they will execute. And they sit there and they study. It's got all the requests. It's got the whole timeline. It's got everybody's role and what they're going to do and how they're going to do it, what time they got to arrive, what they have to wear, all that stuff on Monday. So that's when they know what is happening. Some couples like to think that we're out there rehearsing songs for, 3 months, your special requests. Not exactly. I do ask for your special requests 6 weeks before because I have to make the charts. I have to make sure they're, everything's okay with the music. But we operate on a 1 week basis, right? Because we have weddings every weekend. So that Monday, everybody knows what's happening. Then usually there's emails back and forth between us. They're asking questions about specific things. I clarify things. Usually the couple might have, or the wedding planner will have a final update, and I'll update the band. Boom, they're off. They just get a 1-pager from me. The MC it's usually one of the singers. They get a 1-page executable document. All they have to do is just stand there on the iPad and execute line by line exactly what's happening. And that's been working so well. I love the system that I've developed. It's really foolproof. And usually there's all kinds of backups, like the wedding planner's there, making sure it's all consistent and everything. So that's what's been going on. I've been developing these systems to push out the band and make sure everything is running smoothly without me. That's a scalable business model. That's everything right there. As this business grows and we have more and more volume, that's what's going to be happening. I'm going to be pushing out the band without me. I'm going to be staying home. I'm going to be cycling here and there. But don't get me wrong. I do love playing in the band. Not only that, but I do love my bass player paycheck, right? I got to have it. I mean, I literally rely on it to pay my rent. So I'm not going anywhere too far anytime soon. And a lot of people ask me, man, don't you get tired of playing I Will Survive or Let's Stay Together, all these songs? Every song in our repertoire, I absolutely love. I can't wait to play Uptown Funk. Believe it or not, it's so much fun to play on bass. All of these songs, it's a requirement that I have to. I love every song in our repertoire. If I don't like it, I'm not playing it. It's not in there. Some couples ask me, hey, I see other bands, they have like pages and pages and pages of repertoire. What about you? Like, I see you only have X amount, and it does look small compared to some of these agencies that have pages, dozens of pages of like every song they've ever played, but not mine. Why? Because I absolutely love every song that's in our repertoire. I love it. Okay. So that's very unique to my band. I want to play only songs that I enjoy and that I know that the band enjoys, right? That is part of the secret sauce here. So the repertoire is important. It has to be personalized. It's got to be niche. It's got to be very narrowed in. Even though there's a lot of variety in there, everything from Motown to Sinatra jazz to 90s throwbacks and top 40 in there. I love Dua Lipa. It's so groovy. Her stuff is so much fun to play. So that is the deal with the repertoire and how I navigate all those things within my business. It all comes from a very personal space, and it really does translate. So somebody asked me the other day, what is my New Year's resolution? Do I have any? I immediately said, work less. Man, I was overworked in 2021. But what I mean really is I need to work smarter. I need to delegate. I need to just have some more work-life balance in terms of not just cranking out wedding after wedding after wedding and burning myself out. I need to have systems. I need to have a great team. I need to work smarter. I really want to make sure I don't burn out and then I take it out on the band. Certainly, I wouldn't want clients to know that I'm burnt out. But the first people that notice it are the band, and then it affects them. It affects their whole experience. And I definitely want to keep that from them. So work smarter. It's okay to miss a couple weddings. It's okay to sub myself out. I need it for mental health and also physical. I need to rest a little bit. So that is my New Year's resolution. Work smarter. All right, so I'm going to call Elliot. Let's see what he's up to. I want to ask him his New Year's resolution. You got this, Elliot. Come on, pick it up. Pick it up. Okay, I'm moving on. Sorry. I'm going to call Alon, our guitar player. He might be in Muay Thai. He does Muay Thai. Yo, what's going on, man? You're live on the podcast.
Hey, what's going on?
Listen, I need to ask you one question. What is your New Year's resolution?
I don't have one.
What do you mean? I don't have one.
What
do you want to do that is different this year than last year?
I need to think about one right now.
Think about it, because I know that you've been doing TikTok, so maybe getting a little TikTok action, a little bit, something with that. Do you want to do more guitar stuff? Do you want to do more producing stuff? Do you want to do, what's the deal?
I miss playing shows, like I want to do more shows maybe.
More live shows.
More live shows.
Because you went for like a year without that.
Yeah.
You're not
without that, and playing like a tour with like a band that's playing the same shit every night.
Yeah, so you're not talking about weddings. You're not talking about weddings. You're talking about bands that go out, like original music bands.
Yeah.
Nice.
That'd be cool.
Nice.
It's been a while, that's the thing. But we'll see how the world goes.
Like with Big Daddy?
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Yeah.
What's his name again?
Big Daddy Kane.
Big Daddy Kane. Do a tour, bro. A tour with the famous rapper.
Yeah. Who's there?
It's just me. It's a solo, man.
Cool. I thought like soon you're gonna show me like Elliot or something.
There's nobody. It's just me and the camera. It's a solo, like Dalia style.
Wow. Very good. Very good.
I said my New Year's resolution was to work less, but what I mean by that is I need to like work smarter, because I work doing too many jobs all the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I need to work smarter so that it doesn't feel like so crazy. Every time I do a wedding, it's like insane.
100%. You can't do that. You can't have it feel insane.
Mm-mm.
It's been good a few years, but for sure, yeah, that's a great plan.
Yeah, it's good to do that. It's good to go nuts and see how much work you can do in one day.
Yeah.
But then like, okay, chill out. Like you don't have to do that forever. It's insane. You gotta spread it out to other people.
Yeah, so you can wake up the next morning and actually able to,
Yeah, do stuff. Have a life.
Because I know you do zero things for the day after a wedding.
Yeah, the day after a wedding, I do nothing. You can't put me in any scheduled event at all.
Not even like fun stuff like tacos.
Not even tacos. You can't say like, let's get tacos. I'm like, I might get a taco.
Let's go take a spot in Soho, Claudio.
Forget it.
So wait.
Nice.
Stuff that has to do with like work and efficiency. Sure, that could be good resolutions.
Right.
Maybe better with bills.
Be better with bills.
Be on top of just work efficient and money situations.
Oh, money management.
Money management.
That's cool.
Yeah. So here's one. Here's a good one.
Money management, which means like, for me, it means that, I know exactly what I'm doing with my money, and I know how much money I have. I know how much money I don't have, and I know how much money is going to the different places. I'm not just sticking my paycheck in there and I'm like, okay, there, I have money now. Cool. It's like, I know where it's all going to go.
Right. So that means also knowing how much money you don't have?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How do you know how much money you don't have? It's all the money.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. I know how much money I don't have when I look ahead at 2 months and I can't pay my rent 2 months from now. So like if I have, I see how far my bank account can take me. And it's like, okay, it only takes me 2 months ahead. Oh shit, I gotta, that's like something, you know what I mean? So that's what I mean. If you have, if you're running out of money, like how long is it going to take you to run out of money? That's kind of like how much money you don't have.
Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good one. Because the one with the touring, it's like a resolution that I don't really have much control of, because I'm not a big artist that can just set up a tour myself.
Right.
I play guitar for people, that have tours. I mean, maybe they have tours, but so I have less control over that, but I definitely have more control on money management. So there you go.
Boom.
Boom.
Nice, man.
Yes, sir.
Well,
very cool.
Thank you for being on the podcast, man.
Thank you for calling me.
We'll
talk soon.
I'll talk to you soon, man. Thanks.
Later. Peace.
All right, guys, there you go. Alona Bagley, very good. Man, he's been with us for like 8 years or something. very incredible guitar player. A lot of things, everybody has their own lives. Everybody has, it's as a band leader, as a business owner, I think okay, people go and do Mod Society and that's like the center of their universe, but obviously it is not. It's not even close to some of these musicians. It's just a slice of their lives. And sometimes I lose track of that. Sometimes I think that the whole world revolves around it. For me, it's my business. It's everything. For them, it's just a small slice. I got to keep that in perspective. But they all love it. They all love being here. I'm so happy that they all, choose to work with me. And it's a great group. I'm so excited about everything that's coming up. 2022, 2023, we're booking clients already. So feel free to follow us. Make sure to follow us on Instagram. I post a lot of things on there. I'm going to be posting a lot of recaps of everything that's been going on. A lot of fun footage from weddings, so stay tuned. And a little bit of housekeeping once again. Red Lion, my birthday show is coming up January 21st. Friday, January 21st, 7 to 10 p.m. at the Red Lion, no cover. Bags cards are important there. And we'll see you there. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Peace.